go. So,
Oh my God, this whole time the microphone has been.
oh no, we've been like pantomiming, but here.
You got him live.
Yeah.
I can't believe, I just was like, what the whole time? I don't know why sometimes it defaults to off, but generally it's
Yeah.
on. And it's been on for weeks.
I wonder if it was that surge.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
got it.
Maybe it was this.
Yeah,
we
because
just
we
have
had-
too much energy in here.
We had flicked it like right on this.
And now the chat isn't working. No internet. Is there no internet? What's going on?
We got a couple of people hanging out.
We have 11 people on. Hi. Hey, whoever's been hanging out there with us in without sound, thank you. Thank you so much for being I can't believe it. Okay. All right. We're gonna
Picking up on the vibes.
pick it up a lot. So let me just do a quick little recap.
Yeah.
Both of these beautiful people, this is Corinne and Ken. They both are here from Atlanta, Georgia. They're not together, but they came with Fabian, who gifted both of you trips.
Yes.
And he came here as to the last resort. We get a lot of people that come here as a last resort. A lot of people that come and say, I don't know what I'm going to do if this doesn't work, but I'll give it one more shot. And so you're both here.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, people who are. That's Instagram over there. This is Facebook and YouTube world over here. So Facebook and YouTube world, thank you for staying with us even when there was no sound. I really appreciate you. You must be great lip readers. So, all right. Now, you've been here for a week. This is the end of your week at Rythmia.
Mhm.
Can you give me, what was the thing that was your miracle this week? What was the thing that, or was there something that you came that you thought you wanted to address?
Mhm.
And was that the same thing that got addressed? There's the better question.
Would you like to go first this
Go
time?
ahead, go ahead.
Okay. I feel very blessed. I think I got multiple miracles for myself this week, through a lot of hard work and some fear. And for me, I had a metaphobia. I have a fear of vomit.
What do they call it?
A metaphobia.
A metaphobia is fear
Yes.
of vomiting.
So the way people are scared about snakes, spiders, death, murder, it's not it doesn't make me sick. It terrifies me. And so that was one of the things that was holding me back coming here. I was hoping I could maybe conquer that a little bit. I've always been searching for my higher purpose. I feel like I kept getting stuck in this cycle of what I called cycle of doom, where I have always been kind of an overachiever, hard worker, put a lot of energy into the world and never felt like I was really getting it back. I had a lot of blockage with that. And so I was hoping coming here would help me figure out why I feel that way and why I didn't feel like what was the point? Life felt like what was the point? I had a lot of suicidal ideation through that, where I was one of those people. I'm very blessed with the family that I have, where I would never do something like that. I've definitely thought about it, and I've definitely tried in my past. And so I was hoping to kind of get some clarity and some light back into my life moving forward. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. I thought it was going to be a job.
And then did you get that?
Absolutely.
And was there
tenfold?
Was there something else that you got that you didn't expect?
Yeah. So I feel that I found my higher purpose. I feel that I've learned how to breathe again. And something that came to me during this week was I was I feel like I finally got my smile back. I've been so busy putting that mask on for everyone else, and I feel I'm an empath and I take on a lot of people's energy, but I wasn't able to give it to myself. And my partner always tells me be nice to yourself, stop talking to yourself like that, And I thought I was, and I was oh, I'm just kidding, I'm just messing. But I'm no, I haven't been giving love to myself in I can't even remember how long. And I realized that I've always been there for myself. I just didn't know how to reach her. And I feel like I've been given that gift, and it's been such a blessing.
You got to connect with yourself.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, stay right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Stay right there, because that's so good. I want to pause that and check over with Ken. What brought you here? What was there okay, I'm going to go there and I want to address these things. And did you get that? And did you get more? Did you get something unexpected?
Yeah. So I was very open initially, but it hit in the perfect time when we were leaving, because I was in a spot where I was just tired of life. I've had a lot of tragedy the last couple of years, a lot of deaths.
You said you had given a lot of eulogies.
Yes, close to a dozen now.
Wow.
So in the last, I gave a couple of weeks ago, I gave one for a friend that passed away from cancer, and then a couple of months ago for my grandmother, and then one last year, and the one before that, a year before that. And I was just I was tired of like waking up. It was just hard showing up and just kind of like meeting life with tragedy. I was doing my best to be like a good human being, and I felt like I wasn't being rewarded the way like a good human being.
Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect.
Mhm.
And tell me about what shifted for you this week.
So it was like right from the get go. The first session of breath work was the thing that really unlocked it. I talked to like my inner child, uh, and it was great because I don't know, it was just so profound in the breath work. I didn't think I was going to get something so soon, and when I had that connection with my like inner self, it made it much easier going into the uh, first day of ceremony. And in the first day, I I felt really connected to not just everyone, but just like nature, like it was Mother
With
Nature.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So it was very profound. I knew I would have gratitude in my heart, and I knew I would find just clarity, but like it was beyond that. It was like 10x clarity, 10x, 100x, a million x of just being being connected to everyone.
I love a million X being
Yes.
connected.
Yeah. So
That's powerful.
mhm,
And that's kind of what you came to address.
mhm.
What was the extra? What was the thing, the unexpected thing that maybe healed or shifted for you that you weren't thinking about?
The very first day, when I was trying to see what was like inside that was like blocking me up, I was trying to understand, and the voice told me that I should move. Understanding will only get you so far, and I needed to move into knowing. And that was like the profound thing. It's like, don't understand that uh, this is home, or like these are the things that you need. Know, stay in a place of knowing. And that really integrated me into being very present.
Mhm.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
And I want to ask something else underneath that. What to you is the distinction between understanding and knowing?
and I had to define that for myself too. And it's kind of like being at home, and you're like, I understand that I'm home because like my things are here, like my pictures are around. But knowing that you're home is like, it's that knowing is it's like in you. It's like you feel right as rain, and that was the differentiator for me. So
I so beautifully said.
Mhm.
So beautifully said, right? Knowing's like in my bones.
mhm,
Like I know it. I know it. Like I could be at home. I can understand that I'm physically at home, but I might have a trauma or something that I haven't settled. I haven't like landed here. Like we've all had that experience. It's such a great example. But the experience of like being in a place, but like God, my energy is like still on the plane, or I'm still like in this experience over here. I'm not fully right here now, right
Yeah.
here, right now. And that's the like knowing it in your bones. I also like to say, there's a colloquial expression, knowing by heart, right? Like it's like we mean like memorize, right? I know that by heart, but what does it really mean to know by heart? Like to know it, like deep in you. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Some experience, just so people get a sense of like the resort.
Yeah.
Like, top things you loved about the resort. Top things you loved about the resort.
Well, easily it's beautiful. That's an easy sell. I love nature here. It's just something so different. Like I'm from Atlanta and I live close to the city at this point, and so you get pretty sunsets and buildings and blah blah, but like feeling like the birds in the air and the wind blowing through your hair and all the beauty that is the Mallorca, and like that building terrified me when we first came here because I knew it was going to be going on.
The
in there.
Maloka is the place, the ceremonial space.
Yes, and so I knew there was going to be some heavy stuff going on in there, so that scared me. But like feeling the staff and the energy and there's just something so like bright and light and like life-giving here. Like I feel like every gust of wind is like a breath in your lungs, and
Mm.
like you're sitting on a hammock and you're looking at the stars and you like feel like yourself like being hugged by the universe. Like, and I know that sounds
Sounds beautiful. That sounds amazing. Shut up. I know that sounds weird. No, yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound amazing? Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's something you seek, and I've done a lot of time prior to here looking at my past and looking towards the future, but not being present. I think you put that really well. Where like I used to use I use the phrase all the time, your presence is a present. And I used to tell that to people all the time, and realizing that my presence in this moment, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, whatever it is, just taking in that moment and that energy and holding that and learning what that means for you is just so easy to grasp here. Like it just is, you just feel it here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, well said.
Thank you.
Brother, what insights around the resort, or maybe actually a better question if you would be like, well, tell me about your connection with the other people at the retreat.
Okay, so the first day, like everyone was nice, but it was more of cordial greetings. Literally by the first day, people were starting to loosen up. Second day, it got more open. Third day, it was like family reunions every moment. Hugs passed around everywhere.
All
Right.
ages.
Yeah,
All
it's
types.
so diverse.
Yeah.
So many different backgrounds. Like not only the accommodations are great, but like there's such a softening of the heart while you're here, and like I feel like I've known these people forever, but we've only been here for only a couple days.
Right.
Yeah, so that's been fantastic. It's you can kind of see the brightness, the smile on people's faces, not like just the physical smile, but just like the energy.
Radiating.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a perfect word for it.
Yeah.
So
Excellent. Beautiful. Let's see. What else do I want to ask you? How are we doing? We're doing good. I think this is I would love to know what how you dealt with fear. Were you afraid, and how did you deal with it?
I was terrified. I convinced is the wrong word, but coming here was definitely work just to even get, like, say, okay, yes, I'm going to come. My partner was really pretty pivotal in that for me, where he was like, he tries to be very understanding of me, and I'm really big on communicating. Sometimes I'm a lot. And I was like, I feel like you can't go and I don't go, because I feel like we won't work if that happens. Like, I feel like you're going to come back a different person. I won't be a different person, but I'm scared. I've had a situation in my life where I've taken a hallucinogen and thought I died. And I was like, I don't want to break my brain. I've already done that. Like, I'm scared. I'm terrified, and I'm scared to vomit, and I don't have money. And like, what is this going to do for me other than just like put me in a worse place? I'm starting to finally start budgeting and trying to get ahead of stuff, but I couldn't get anywhere. I was just kind of running on a treadmill. And getting here and realizing the first day, like, oh, this is just as scary as I thought it was going to be. Like, we're going to be in a room, we're going to be this close together, and it's going to be a lot. But after the first night and seeing that I wasn't the only one that was scared, there was anxiety in the air. There was, we talk about it in class where everybody the first day is like, nobody knows what's coming. Nobody knows what to expect. And like, I'm worried about what's going to happen to me instead of just breathing and being there and letting it happen to me. And it took the second day where I had a really, really hard time. I did a lot of work that day during ceremony, but it took me almost dying again in a emotional way for me to let go of that fear that I'm having and just submit to the process. And I found power in the words trust and surrender.
Mm-hmm.
And trust came to me on Tuesday, and I didn't understand it. I was like, I am trusting. I'm here, aren't I? Like, I'm trusting. And I didn't realize what that meant. And I learned that through ceremony, what that means for me.
What does trust mean for you?
It means not knowing is okay. And your past, while that is wisdom and experience in itself, it doesn't define you. We're always learning. We're always growing. And if you choose to be, you always have somebody there for you because that person is you. And we are very blessed to have also all these other wonderful people in our life. And I have a soul family now outside of my active, like, blood soul family. And if it's okay to ask for help. Like, I always thought I had to figure everything out on my own because I didn't want people, and I think it's clicking now, I didn't want people to see me not knowing as weakness. But I felt so weak for so long, but I'm like, I can get it. I can get out of this by myself. And I did, but with help. And being being by yourself doesn't mean you're alone, I guess is the way I would put that, where I felt that I could look into my heart and trust my mind to not hurt me. And I feel like I've let my mind hurt me for a long time because it wasn't connected to my heart. And understanding that thinking and feeling are not the same, but they are a balance. And I was doing a lot of overthinking up here and blocking what I was feeling in here and in my gut. And I feel like I've been able to unlock that a little bit this week.
And it sounds like just I think it resonated so much with me, and I'm sure with a lot of people, that not wanting to ask for help because thinking that I should know, which is just us in there, it's like the little Wizard of Oz behind the big curtain going, no, I know, and we really don't fucking know a thing.
It's like, don't look over here.
Right? Exactly. Nothing to see here. I know everything. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, oh my God. And how can we trust when it's like, no, I was scared of that little guy. And it's just like, sometimes I feel like a little boy looking through my eyes, like as if it were a movie screen, like, oh my God, what the hell,
Well,
and
you
finally just
that it will happen. Like, you're told from your kid, you get to be a kid for a little while, but then you got to grow up. And once you grow up, you got to go to school. And when you go to school, that's going to give you the answers for what you do with your life. And when you have that job, you're going to feel happy because you're going to have money. And then you will retire, and then you can have fun. And it's like, well, that's not living to me. I don't want to wait until my life is over to try to live it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask Ken. Anything that came up for you? I had a feeling you were nodding while we were talking.
Yeah.
So what did you want to add to that, or what came up for you while Corinne was sharing?
So some of the things that I realized, like during the duration being here, was like, I initially thought that I would have to like learn a ton of things. I'm like, okay, here are the techniques. This is what I need to do. And I remember it was either the first or second day of ceremony that it was a place where once I was there, it was like, you remember how to do all these things, like that rebirth, like welcome home, and it's like you always knew how to do this. I'm glad you could come back, and that was super powerful for me because there was a couple of nights where I laid outside on my back and I was just playing in the stars, and I could feel that motherly energy like around me. Like I felt super safe, and I was like trying to explain how I was feeling like to the world, but there's like a calm and a hush where it was just like, I understand. Like you don't have to explain yourself. I'm glad you're home, and that was super powerful for me.
I love that.
Yeah, I felt that.
I love that. That's the merger, right? Merging back together with you. So like,
Yeah.
It's like it's all of our prodigal son and prodigal daughter stories, right? Remember the story of the prodigal son in the Bible, right? That we were the ones that exiled ourselves, and the Spirit has always just been waiting for us to come back. Well, I can't think of a better place to put a period on this. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Corinne.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here this week, for your presence this week. Both of you were amazing, being great participants in class. It was such a pleasure to have you both. And thank you for saying yes to this.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you for everything you've done.
My honor. I get to do this. Like 10 years ago, somebody was like, all right, so I know you're working in an office right now and you have no clue how you're going to like transition your life. But in 10 years, you're going to be working at an ayahuasca retreat center, living in Costa Rica, and, teaching these classes. Like I would have been like, okay, could you hurry up with that? Because, but pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Life leads us in amazing ways. And I know you'll both be led in amazing ways to express more of the beauty that you already are. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. Bye-bye. Okay, will you press that one? I'll press this one.